Hi there, my name is Bowie. I use they, them pronouns, and welcome to your training session. Today, I'm going to be taking you through a 30-minute medium intensity interval training session. It's going to consist of 3 8-minute rounds that you can work through at whatever pace that you like and what feels good for you. Rest as you need, have a sip of water, and it will be good. I want to acknowledge the original custodians of this land on which this video is being recorded and pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. These videos are brought to you by Proud to Play. We're going to begin our session with a warm-up. We're going to work through some joint mobility. So we're going to start at our heads. You're going to take your ear, and you're just going to tilt it down towards one shoulder. Doesn't matter which side you start on. Making sure you keep your hands down by your sides. You're going to come back to the center, and you're going to come to the opposite side. And we're just going to alternate left and right, just getting to wherever it is that you can get to. It's okay if one side is a bit tighter than the other. It's totally common. It's all good. That's it. One more each side. Amazing. Coming back to the center. We're going to take our chin now. I'm going to point it up towards the roof and then tuck it down towards our collarbone. Looking up and down. It doesn't have to touch your collarbone, just in that direction. We want our chin tucking in, not our heads dropping forwards. Again, just keeping your shoulders relaxed, hands down by your sides here. Any tightness or stretching you may be feeling in whatever position that your head gets into is totally okay. That's it, nice and slow. We don't want to do fast movements with our necks. We're going to do one more up, one more down. Majestic. Finishing off, looking left and right, taking your chin, bringing it as close to your collarbone, looking to the side as you can, back to the start, swapping sides. And just alternating here, left and right. Totally okay if you notice one side feels a bit tighter than the other. Usually it's got to do with our handedness because we use our dominant hand. More often that side can become a bit tighter. But if you find that's the opposite case for you, that's okay, because our bodies all work very uniquely for each of us, and wherever you're at is because of the amazing and unique way that your body likes to function for you. And then one more each side. That's it. Coming back. Just looking forwards. I'm going to take one arm now. I'm going to circle it backwards, nice straight arm. Keeping your upper arm as close to your ear as it passes back as you can. If you find this is a little bit uncomfortable on your shoulder, you can shrug as well if you've had any sort of shoulder injury. Feel good about just doing a shrug as opposed to a straight arm variation. Work with where you're at, always. One more, and then we're going to come and circle forwards now. So exactly the same. Nice and slow. Allowing a little bit of rotation at your hips is totally okay as well. One more, and then we're going to swap sides. So we're going to do exactly the same thing on the opposite side, just circling backwards. You might notice here as well, you feel a little bit difference between each side. You might find as we separate each side and do these movements that you're going to tend to find each side feels a little bit different. And that's okay. It's all good. Just work with where you're at. We're going to do one more circle backwards, and then we're going to start a circle forwards. Just keeping it slow and controlled here. You don't want to actually be swinging. We want to be lifting and then guiding downwards in a nice controlled manner. Let's do one more. Great. Coming to our wrists now, we're going to tuck our elbows in, give them a bit of a job here, otherwise I tend to get involved with these wrist circles. And we're just going to circle our palms towards our bodies. Clicks and pops are totally okay. That's it. And we're going to push the backs of our hands away. Again, keeping our elbows tucked nice and close, only asking our wrists to do the movement here. One more. Excellent. Want to take our hands now, rest them on our hips, give them a nice little job to do. We're going to bring our feet to somewhere around hip width apart. We're going to then press them forwards. You might find like your weight is going to shift forward. You're going to get a little arch in your back. And you're going to push your hips around to the side, reaching out to the side as far as you can, poking your butt out at the back. Trying to make sure you keep your chest up high here, and it's your hips that do the moving and not your chest. Oh, back around the side and back to the start. And we're going to do some nice slow circles like this. Doesn't matter if they're quite circular. You might have some square corners. It's all good. You might find a particular direction you get quite a bit of tightness. That's okay. Want to do 2 more. That's it. 1 more, and we're going to swap, and we're going to go back in the other direction. So from here, we reverse it, keeping our hips pushed forward, out to the side, poking our butts out at the back, around to the side. That's it. Just keeping it nice and slow, nice and controlled, and just getting to wherever it is that you can get to. There's no minimum standard, except for where you are at. That's it. We're going to do 2 more. Last one. Amazing. Coming back to our starting position, just standing, bringing our feet a little bit closer together. They can come to touching if you like. If you don't want them to touch, feel free to have them just a little bit wider. We're going to bring our hands down just to rest on the tops of our knees here. Notice I'm not leaning my weight there. I can shift my hands away and I don't drop forward. So you just want to rest your hands out. It's giving them a job. Otherwise they dangle about and it's a little bit awkward. We're going to dip our knees forwards and then do a gentle push to the side, straighten our legs up, push around to the other side. We'll do some nice, easy knee circles here. That's it. Again, as I'm doing this, my hands aren't actually resting any weight on my knees. They're just there for a bit of a job so they don't kind of just hang like this, because this looks a bit weird. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And then we're going to reverse it. So we're going to come back to that starting position. And we're going to go in the opposite direction. Just taking your time. Each side might feel a bit different, and that's okay. Two more. Last one. Perfect. Coming back to standing. We're going to finish off here with some ankle circles. So if you find you have a little bit of a challenge balancing on one foot, feel good to kind of hold something beside you. It could be a wall, back of a chair, broomstick. Doesn't matter. Anything that helps you feel like a bit more stable is what you're looking for. We're going to bring one foot up off the floor and we're going to circle our toes inwards. Nice and slow. Getting it around as wide as you can in each direction. Then we're going to swap that. So coming back the opposite way. That's it. The foot comes down and we're going to swap sides. Exactly the same thing, making sure we're balanced before we do any moving. And then when you're ready, circle inwards. And outwards. Nice. Bringing our feet a bit wider now. We're going to finish off this one up with some squats. So feet somewhere around hip width apart, hands in front of the chest, standing up nice and tall. And when you're ready, you're going to bend your knees, reach your hips back at the same time, coming down just as low as you feel good about, standing back up, making sure you're keeping your heels on the floor. If you find your heels are lifting up, bring your feet just a little bit wider. Doesn't matter where that width is. Don't go wider than your shoulders if you can help it. And you don't have to go as low as I'm going either. That's it. 4 more. 3, 2, that's it. 1 more. Nice. Ta-da! That is it, friend. you are all warmed up and we are ready to jump into our first 8-minute round. This round is going to be down on the floor. We're going to be focusing on our core. So if you are not down on the ground, I invite you down. We're going to work through 3 exercises today. The first one is going to be a tall plank, which is a straight arm variation. We're going to be doing a scissor kick and then a crunch. So the first time through, I'm just going to walk you through with them, and then from there onwards, we'll work through at a bit more of a moderate pace because this is a medium intensity session. So to begin, and we're going to go starting with a tall plank, which is hands under the shoulders, toes are stepped out. You can be from your knees if you like, and we're going to hold this for 15 seconds. So find that position that feels comfortable for you. And we're just going to breathe through, keeping your butt squeezed nice and tight. It's okay if things get trembly, it is all good. That's it, we're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relaxing. We're going to come sit over onto our butts now, and we're going to do a scissor kick. So coming down onto your back. For this one, I like to take my hands and sit them under the backs of my hips here, as you can see, because it just supports my lower back a little bit, which can be a little bit uncomfortable if you don't do that. We're going to hover the heels if we can, but not necessarily. You can just keep them resting on the floor. And then we're just going to kick 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Feet come down, hands come out. That's it. And we're going to finish off with a crunch, which is staying in this sitting position. Feet come flat to the floor, knees are going to bend. Hands are going to just sit on the fronts of the legs. Tuck your chin here. This makes it a little bit more comfortable. And then breathing out, sitting up, fingertips to the tops of the knees. Back down. We're going to do 10. That's it. 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. It doesn't matter if you can't get to the tops of your knees there, just work through with wherever you are at. It is all good. We're going through the top now, so let's work through. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit. We're going to go through our plank, tall plank, 15-second hold. Let's go. Breathing through. Squeezing your butt nice and tight. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down and relaxing. We're going to come straight over into our scissor kicks. Feet come to floor, hands come to under, back of the hips. Hover the heels if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Feet come down, that's it. Feet come straight down, tuck in that chin, hands on the fronts of the legs. We're going straight into our crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 1 more, 10. That's it. Nice work. Remember, stopping as you need here. Have a drink, have a breather. It's all good. Jumping back in when you're ready. We're going straight back to our 15-second tall plank. Making sure you're keeping your hands under the fronts of your shoulders there. Squeezing your butt nice and tight. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing. Flipping it over. That's the way feet come down. We're going to lie down on our backs, raising our hips up, getting your hands under the backs of our hips there. Legs come straight out, hovering the heels. Let's go for 10 scissor kicks. 7, 8, and that's about 10. Feet come down, hands come out. They come to the fronts of the legs, and we're going straight into our crunches. So tucking that chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes. Slow and steady. Working our way through. That's it. Back to our plank. And let's go. We're halfway through. Doing well. 15 seconds. Breathing, squeezing the butt. Fingers are nice and wide. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down. Coming over, we've got our scissor kicks. Onto our backs. Hands come to under, back of the hips. Extend those legs. Let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Feet come down. Hands come to the fronts of the legs. Tucking the chin, ready for our crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, doing well. Again, you don't have to be matching my pace here. Work to whatever intensity you like. You could go faster, you could go slower. It is all good. We're going to jump back in 15-second tall plank here. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relaxing. Nice. We have just on 2 minutes to go. Doing really well here. Hands come to under, backs of the hips. Set ourselves up, extend the legs, and let's go for 10 kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet come down, hands come out to the fronts of the legs. Remember, we're tucking our chin here. Reaching for the tops of the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Doing well. Back over. Hands come under the fronts of the shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide. Let's go, 15-second plank. You might be getting a little bit trembly, that's okay. Working through as best you can. If you're feeling like you're getting a bit tired, feel good about dropping down to your knees. Holding from here, it's all good. That's it, and relaxing. Coming over onto our butts for our scissor kicks. Hands come to under the backs of the hips. Head comes down to the floor. Straightening, and let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Feet come down, hands come out, around to the fronts of the legs. Let's go for our crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ah, yes. Doing well. Hands come to under the fronts of the shoulders. Fingers spread nice and wide. Stepping it back. Let's go, 15 seconds. Breathing through. It's okay for things to tremble. It's okay for this to feel hard. Let's go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down. Coming over. You got this. Again, resting as you need. Have that sip of water. Have that drink. Take a breather. It is all good. Over your heels. Scissor kicks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Feet come down. Hands come out. Around to the fronts of the hips. Let's go for our crunches. Tucking the chin. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's it, friends. Grab yourself a drink, have a breather. We have 2 more rounds to get through. Well done. I'll see you back in just a moment. This round we have 3 new exercises to get through. This time we're going to be focusing on arms, shoulders and chest. Yes. So I will walk you through each exercise. First time through this round, we'll go nice and slow. I'll explain everything and then we're going to jump straight in. We're going to kick up that pace a little bit. So let's start the clock, press, and let's go. Our first movement, we're going to be sitting on a chair, in front of your couch, coffee table, doesn't matter. Something sturdy. You're going to sit on the front edge of whatever it is that you're sitting on. Bring your feet out just in front, probably close to a 90-degree bend to start with. Shift your hips just off the front so your arms are supporting your body here. Looking forward, you're going to bend your elbows back, lower yourself down as low as you can, straighten your arms back up. We're going to go for 10 here. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. And it's getting as low as you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Sitting back, taking hands away there. Our second movement is going to be a walkout. So we're going to come to standing. Set ourselves up nice and tall. Bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands down to the floor. And then from here, you're just going to walk your hands forwards, coming to your hands somewhere under your shoulders or just in front of, and then walk back, standing up all the way to the top. We're going to do 5 of these. That's 1. Taking your time here. It's 2. Bending your knees again as much as you need here. Standing up. This is the halfway mark. This makes 3. Two more. That's it. Last one. Nice. Standing back up. Third. Almost. Third movement is going to be a push-up. 2 options here. You can go from your toes. You can go from your knees. Actually 3, because you can go from the side of your bench if you like as well for an inclined push-up. We're going to start hands under the shoulders. I'm just going to go for a knee variation here. You're welcome to join me. You're welcome to pop up onto your toes if you like. Hands under the shoulders, lowering yourself down, keeping your elbows nice and close to your ribs as you do. Pressing back up. I'm going to go for 5. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Standing back up, back to our bench. So we're going to pick up the pace now. We're going to go a little bit faster, working through again. Let's do this. Coming off the front, we have 10 dips. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's halfway. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sitting back, stepping out. We're going to go straight into our walkouts here. Setting ourselves up, bending the knees as much as you need. Let's go. 1. And for 2. 3. 2 more. 4. Last one. That's it. Nice. Standing up. Don't use that last one to stay down on the floor for the push-ups. We come all the way back up to the top, then back down to the floor for our push-ups. On the knees, hands under the shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide, leveling out our hips there. And let's go for 5, keeping the elbows close to the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it, stepping it up. Back to our bench. Remember resting, having a breather, Anytime you need, have a sip of water. It's all good. We've just passed the halfway mark, so we have less than 4 minutes to go. Let's keep it moving. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5, halfway. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes. Jumping it up. Straighten our walkouts. Bend your knees as much as you need. Let's go. 1, 2, that's it, halfway. 3, 2 more. It's 4, last one, and 5. Now we're coming down for our push-ups, onto the knees. Setting our hands up under our shoulders, walking the knees back. Let's go for 5. 1, 2, keeping the elbows close to the sides. 3, 4, keeping the butt squeezed tight. 5. Less than 2 minutes to go. Doing really well. Let's keep this nice steady pace. Back to our dips. 1, going for 10. 2, 3, 4. It's 5, 6, 7. It's 8, 9, and 10. Yes. Walkout town. Yeah, here we are. Bending the knees as much as you need. So get your hands down to the floor. Let's go for 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 2 more. Less than 60 seconds. That's number 4. Here we are, last one. That's 5. Nice. Bringing it down. Push-ups. That's the way. Setting ourselves up. Hands under the fronts of the shoulders. Fingers spread nice and wide. Extending those knees back. Let's go. So butt squeeze tight. Keeping our hips nice and level. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. And 5. Nice. Jumping it up. Oh, I reckon I might sneak a few dips in at the end here. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Race the clock. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes. Stop that clock. Well done, friend. Whew. That was a good round. Intense. Have a sip of water. Dab that brow. Find that sweat rag. We have one more round to go. We'll be back in just a moment. It is our lucky last round. This round, it is all about the legs. What? We're going to go through 3 new exercises. As with the last 2 rounds, first time through, I'm going to walk you through, going to explain some stuff, and then from then on, I'm going to pick up that pace a little bit for the rest of the round. Our movements for this round are a squat, a hip raise, and a calf raise. Yes. So let's start the clock. Let's go. For our squat, you want to start with your feet just a little bit wider than the hips, somewhere around the area. Toes are going to be pointing slightly outwards. Hands come to in front of the chest because it gives them a nice job. And we're going to bend the knees, reach your hips back. We're going to go for 10. Sitting down just as low as you can. Doesn't have to be that low. As low as you can get to. It's all good. And we're not rushing these. We're not dropping down. We're lowering ourselves down. That's it. It's 4. It's 5. Halfway. 6. Keeping the chest up nice and tall. 7. That's it. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. 10. Nice. Dropping it down to the floor now. We're going to go do a hip raise. So from here, sitting on our butts, feet are going to be planted on the floor and our knees bent. Hands can just be by your sides, resting your back, your head on the ground. Now you're going to drive down through the heels here. So driving down, tailbone is going to gently roll up off the floor and the rest of your back is going to follow. Not getting super high, you don't want to be arching your back. And I'm pressing up and then back down. Pressing through the heels, you'll feel the backs of your legs coming on. If you're feeling cramping in your back, you're just arching a little bit too much. So I want you to focus on pressing downwards with your heels. Downwards, but not forwards. That's it, this is 4. We're gonna go for 10. So that's 5. Halfway, strong through the heels. 6, 7, that's it. Keep it controlled. 8, 2 more. 9, last one. And 10. Amazing. Sitting it up however you feel you can get up. Coming to standing. I'm going to do our calf raises. So feet are going to be somewhere around hip width apart. Standing up nice and tall and just raising yourself up onto your toes. And back down, nice and slow, nice and controlled. You don't have to get super high here with your heels, just wherever you can get to. And feel good about using something for balance if you need as well, like a wall, back of a chair. We're going to go for 10. So this makes about 5. So we're going to do another 5. 6, that's it. 7, 8, 2 more. Nice and slow. Sometimes slow can increase the intensity. It doesn't have to all about being fast. That's it. Those are our 3 exercises. We're back at our squats. So let's pick this up a little bit. Feet somewhere around hip width and let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's it, one more, 10. Nice, bring it down to the floor, we have our hip raises. Straight into it. On our backs, plant the feet, hands by the sides, rolling those hips up. Let's go 1, pressing down strong through the heels. 2, 3, remember we're not arching our backs. 4, 5, that's it, halfway. 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, last one. And 10. Amazing, let's jump it up. We have our calf raises. We have just less than halfway to go. Yes, doing really well. Let's keep it up, nice and slow, nice and controlled. 1, 10 calf raises. 2, 3, same pace up as down, so don't let those heels drop down quickly. It's about 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, last one. 10, that's it. Back of the top for our squats. Feet come a little bit wider, toes outwards, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's away. 6, 7, that's 8, 2 more. 9, last one. 10, nice. Bring it down for hip raises. Remember, resting anytime you need, have a drink. You know your body, so work with where you're at. Feel good about that. If you're here doing this, you've already won. No, we're not doing scissor kicks. Hip raises. Let's go. 1, strong through the heels. 2, that's it. Nice and slow, nice and steady. 3, 4, that's it. All that control, it's all about that heel drive. 5, 6, that's the way. 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, and 10, yes, sitting it up. We have calf raises, we have less than 2 minutes to go. Ooh, time's ticking down. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, that's it, 9, and 10, amazing. Less than 90 seconds. Feet come wider, we can fit this in. Let's go for our squats. 1, remember, control. If you're feeling a little bit tired, just control it. No dropping here, we're lowering down. That's it, that's about 4. We'll go from there. 5, let's go another 5, 6, 7, that's it. 8, keeping it steady. 9, last one. 10, yes, down to the floor. Last 60 seconds. Let's get these hip raises happening. Hands out to the sides. Driving down strong through the heels, raising those hips up. 1, 2, 3, that's it. We don't want to rush these, we want control. 4, makes more muscles work. That's better for us. 5, it's halfway. That's it, let's finish strong. 6, 7, 8, that's the way. 9, last one. And 10, well done. Sitting it up, let's get our calf raises in to finish us off. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost there, 4 to go. 7, 8, 9, and 10. That is it. Stop that clock, friend. Well done. What a session. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you were able to work through at a pace that felt good for you. Maybe challenge yourself a little bit. And I really hope you celebrate you because you've just done an amazing thing. All right, friend, until next time, have a rad as day.